So I would always advise any person that isn't really familiar with the real estate market, or even if you are somebody that has bought and sold several times, I do believe you will get the best results if you are working with a professional real estate agent like myself. I've been in the real estate industry now for 15 years. I've bought and sold hundreds of homes for people. And these are all over Toronto, even outside of Toronto. I've bought and sold everything from condominiums to luxury homes. And what I can honestly tell you is no two situations are the same, no two transactions are the same. And the one challenge is making sure that you can get a buyer and a seller to be on the same page and to eventually both be happy with the end results. Because if you don't have that, you're not going to have a successful transaction. So the importance of hiring a professional is that the professional's job is to do all the research on the property. So this includes finding out about the location that the property is in, making sure that the house is structurally sound, that there are no issues with the property that may come up, you know, even later on down the road. So as a professional, I know how to walk through a home and look for things like any water damage, any roof that might need some repairs in the near future, anything that can have a negative impact on your home. So, for example, if a house is maybe beside a railway station or is across from an industrial complex or is on a busy street, these are all things that could have a negative impact on your home. So it's something that I want you to be aware of, either prior to buying your home or if you're the one selling a home. These are things that can affect the sale. So you have to make sure that you're working with somebody who will be honest and give you honest feedback. Understanding the market is also complicated because the market's constantly changing. Goes up one week, down the next, and it's always a shifting market. So you want to make sure that you're working with somebody who understands these shifts and is ready to act in accordance with what's happening in the market. So you want somebody who knows, is the market now a seller's market? Is it a balanced market? Is it a buyer's market? You want to make sure that you have a good understanding yourself, whether you're buying or you're selling. It's really important to get very, very clear on what the price of a home actually is. The other thing that's important when working with a professional real estate agent is they'll have professional affiliates working with them. So I have a list of home inspectors, stagers, financial advisors, lawyers at my disposal because I've built up these relationships in the past. I also have great relationships with other real estate agents, which is huge because when you're sitting across the table from another real estate agent, you want to make sure that you have a very good rapport so that everything moves smoothly along with the negotiations, because that can be a really big part of it. Because even if you sign the accepted agreement tonight, there's a lot of more steps that need to happen before the deal actually closes. So it's really important to be able to communicate with the other side and make sure that if there's things that need to be fixed in a home, regardless if you're working with the buyer or the seller, you need to be able to be on the same page with the other side so that, again, you can come to an agreement very quickly and effectively. So it's not just about showing you a home for 15 minutes and walking away. You're making sure that you're working with people, you're showing somebody a home that's going to be in their price range, that's going to match their criteria, that'll tick all the boxes. They have a great understanding of the location itself, and then you're making sure that when it comes time to offering on a property that they know what the true value of that home should be, and they can put in a price that's reflective of not only what they want, but what they feel is the market value of the home. And then you make sure that they're getting the home If they need conditions, you make sure that you're negotiating those conditions, keeping your buyer safe at all times, and you're making sure that you keep the process moving along as well. You had all the conditions met on time. And if everything goes well and you do have a firm deal, then the next step is taking it from firm to closing, which means making sure that they have their lawyers on board with them, and that the lawyer is doing the title search and everything goes smoothly. And then even closer to closing time, you want to make sure that your buyer knows about, they need home inspection done, that they've set up all the utilities, that they have everything in place so that their move is a successful move. On the seller's side, there's loads of things that need to happen in order to get a home sold for the highest price. So you want to make sure that the home looks its best and that it is priced in accordance with the market conditions. You're taking into consideration, is the property that they're selling, is it one that is a property that's sought after by many, many buyers, or is it a very unique property that just will take, the right buyer? In any case, there's no two houses that are ever the same. So you have to make sure that your real estate agent has a strategy in place to market your property effectively. And the other thing that is also a huge bonus, and one of the reasons why I'm working at Zillow, is because we have a huge database of buyers in waiting. Zillow reaches over 7 million active buyers, and so your buyer could come from anywhere around the world. So this is one of the effective ways we are able to sell a property, because we're able to reach more buyers. And its price is always a function of supply and demand. So we make sure that we spend our marketing dollars on programs that are going to bring our sellers the most number of buyers. So if you are looking for a real estate agent and you are looking for the most effective way to either buy or sell, please feel free to reach out to me.